Okay. I had to bounce around. One of my key problems right now with Windows 8.1 is it's too hard to get lost in the clicking on stuff because they got, quote, the best of both worlds, your desktop and your apps. Um, I'm one of them poor people that wishes I could afford Apple, but Apple is not what Apple used to be. Um, we speeded up our world and we got to be faster and faster, and Apple couldn't use a microprocessor, so they started using a CPU, and once they started using CPU, they started doing other things as well. And now Apple is basically a very fancy PC. Costs way too much. But anyway, I digress and I must move on. Um, I was supposed to go on to work tonight. I stood at the door waiting on my ride, and my roomie, he said, "Why don't you just call in and take a PTO?" And I said, "Sure, I'll do that." Because it was raining and I was going to be riding in a back of the pickup truck. Um, yeah, I was going to be drenched before I even got to work. And then I was going to be at work for 11 hours, drenched. Yeah. IPMS. The older I get, the more PMS. So the first time somebody says something sideways to me, I'm liable to say something sideways back to them. And like a little juvenile delinquent, I'd probably lose my job. So I kind of watch those situations. So I sit at home while my poor little roommate is at work in the rain, and I'm eating a Bluebell ice cream, butter crunch, for a change of flavor, because I prefer chocolate. But anyway, later on tonight, it's supposed to clear up and stop raining. I need to go to the laundromat, wash clothes. Anytime I go over there, I end up spending money I don't need to spend on junk, because it's a convenience store, it's a truck stop. So um, anyway, um, today I had an interesting experience because the internet is World Wide Web. Okay, uh, I didn't have computers back when they had bulletin board services, but once upon a time in the world of computing, you didn't have pictures. You didn't have video, and you didn't have pictures, and you didn't have color. It was line items, and it was really, you had to be a dedicated programmer to make any progress. Now, you could be, me, and you could be a 10-year-old kid, even, and it's quite regular. But you could talk to an international audience, and you could read their comment about a situation, and you could wish them good luck, and never know that you are potentially offending that person and not even know it. Yeah, I had that experience on my WordPress blog. I And I made a blog about it because it impressed me to the point that this person was not offended. This person was actually thought I was making a pun because I guess the current president over there, I'm assuming, is named Goodluck Jonathan, which he's got like 4 names in his name, but Goodluck Jonathan. So when I wished her good luck, she thought I was making a reference to that president, which I wasn't. I was just, it's an American saying, you know, we say good luck, you know, when we want to encourage somebody, you know, to follow a particular path. So I knew she was from Nigeria, but I didn't know she was actually living in Nigeria. I just thought she was from Nigeria. So anyway, the conversation was that she told me, you know, she laughed and she thought it was funny I was making this pun, and you know. And then when I realized she didn't take offense, I said, "Could you explain the pun?" That's what she did. Then I Googled. I went to Wikipedia, and I Googled this guy and pulled it up. So okay. And the thing is, you know, whether you're in the United States or some other country, government politics, government corruption is widespread. You know, it's just more blatant in other places than it is here. Here, it's, you know, we call it other things. We don't call it corruption. We give it fancy little names. We give it political action committees, you know, PACs, and, you know, we do all kinds of stuff. But the rest of the world can look at us and see something that I can't see because I'm right here in the middle of it. So, you know, being on the internet, you have the opportunity to become a world citizen, even though, like me, I'm ex-con, and I'm stuck in the United States now. I don't have the option of getting on a plane and going to Africa, or the option of getting on a plane and going to Australia because of decisions I made. And the government, my government, has set it up to the point where I can't leave the United States no more. Not legally. And that's just the way it is. And I'm 52 years old. I'm one person, and I'm too small and too smart to try to beat the government. If David Koresh can't beat the government, if all these other people who have tried to beat the United States government can't beat the United States government, how is me, one little person, going to beat the government? Okay. You know? I'm going to stay over here, work my little job down the docks, and play on the internet. And I can be a world citizen. So, I talked 8 minutes. I ramble so much. But anyway, guys, this is my blog, and I'm going to try to post it. And then I'm going to try to move it over to WordPress, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, I hope that you will comment. Peace.